Hello everybody, welcome back to Tyranny. I found the house we needed. It was directly where I was running. Let us see what Lohara has to say. You have returned. Lohara turns to face you, her body covered head to toe in charred hues, chest rising and falling under the strain of labored breathing. There is always more demand for Ivan there is time in the day. She removes a set of heavy canvas gloves and balls her fist, the joints of her fingers crackling in unison. How may I be of assistance? Elian mentioned you might need some help. Yes, actually. That goat fucker Ray Tommen really made a mess of the settlement. Not only did he capture the head of our order, but he also killed several of my forge hands. She smashes her fist into a nearby table, launching several metalworking tools into the air. As much as I'd love to personally track down the bastard, I'm duty-bound to stay and fulfill our commitments to the army. I was going to send some of my own tackle a few problems, but now we're burning enough to keep these fires stoked. If you got time, I could really use your help for a missing shipment. Tell me, I found your apprentice. I've already spoken to him. The young weasel thought he could find rare metals in the old world, did he? I'm more impressed that he returned with his life than anything he might have found. Thank you for your hard work. You deserve a reward. Tell me about the missing shipment.
Stronger, best hunter.
I believe Kills in Shadow leveled up. She raises an eyebrow. Our last iron delivery was light. The Bronze Brotherhood was been attacked by forge-bound caravans for years and always thought the ore is useless to them. We attack a porter just to spite us. Her face turns into a sour expression. I probably shouldn't mention this, but if you're going to be helping me, you deserve to know everything. There were some very important weapons being sent back to us, hidden in that shipment. We need to repair them and get them back in the hands of the soldiers. My hunch is that killing our porter and taking their rations was enough. They'd have no cause to lug a bunch of rocks back to their camp, and I don't think they knew the weapons were there. At least I hope they didn't. She scratched her jaw, thinking. Our man meant to travel through dense forest of Desert's March. We don't know his precise route, as our porter often improvised the route to avoid encounters with bandits. I know that isn't much to go on, I'm sorry. I know a spot with the known Brotherhood activity. Well, let's go ahead and level up our little beast woman first, and then we will go to Desert's March and speak to Gino while we're there. Do we have everything we want here? I don't think so. Maybe that one. Ranged of the attacks, maybe. She don't need more subterfuge. Swapping an enemy in range. Damaging and interrupting. Interrupting is good to have. But let's go with the rake. Actually, let's go with the interrupt, I believe. Yeah, let's go with the interrupt. And out we go. Right. Yes, you can. Let's go ahead and run. I'm just gonna fast forward because we'll just be running until we get to the edge, and then no, not there. Running till we get to the edge, and then we will just teleport. So see you soon. Right, here we are. First things first, let's go chat to Gino. He was up here, I believe. That's not Gino. Hello, Nicandros. He winces and moans softly. Forge-bound shipment. That's the shipment, alright. You there. Thought I was dead, did you? Thought you just help yourself to these crates? Was on my way to get these to the forge-bound. Seems it won't be happening now. What happened to you? Was crossing through Desert March. I stopped just a moment and it happened. Blade rage in the back. I didn't even see who or what had done it. Looks like I won't be finishing my duty here. Listen, this shipment is property of the forge-bound. Do the world a bit of service and take it to them instead of pocketing it. These are dark times. Leafland's Crossing needs support. Will you take it to them? Yeah, that's why I came here. He grips the side of the broken cart, lifting himself up so his face is level with yours. Good, be swift about it. You must. He coughs, spitting thick clumps of blood onto the ground. Damn, never thought this was how I'd go out. His loose and hollow cob falls back against it, hitting the ground hard. The old man gasps, the sound from his throat tortured and wet. After a few moments, he is silent. I thought Gino was gonna be here, but maybe he's in a different place. No, there he is. I'm just blind. Hidden behind the... Can I hide the minimap somehow? So I can actually click on him, you know. Drag it. There we go. Tell me, Fatebanner, how you managed to clear my name? I found the bodies of the Scarlet Chorus soldiers. Gino turns past, the information sinks in. Treason against Kairos, and long before they started quarreling to chorus. We had every reason to want their witness dead. Have you spoken to this favored captain? I'm sure she could clear my name. She should be told what really happened. Yes, the favor should give you no more trouble, or they will answer to Tunon. Fatebinder, this is the best news I've had in years. There is no way I can thank you enough for your kindness to show me. I'll go see my family right now. He throws his arms around you. Thank you. I'm so kind. Even though I'm pretty sure I was a cunt to him at the start. Let's return to the Leafens Crossing. Here we are. Hello, Lohara again. You have returned. Lohara turns to face you, her body covered head to toe in... It's just the same as before. I found the missing weapons. Thank you for finding our missing weapons, Harry. A sigh of relief escapes her. We almost had to leave the forge idle for the day off account of material shortage, and we neither side found out what will happen if we don't meet our quota. Add losing those weapons on top of it all, and we know it will be subjected to. We have to get everything repaired and back to the right hands. She tells a good natured laughs, but fires flat. And done we are with her. Let's go fuck up the other guy then. Right, so here we are. Time to find Sandro. Is he in this little camp maybe? No, it's empty. Probably on the other side of this little moat, river thing then. Up here. Or this little area down here in the bottom right. We haven't explored that. There's probably... Is there a bridge here? There is. And we completely missed that last time.
You see what I see?
Oh! Holy shit, that took... That's a trap which I did not see, and it took a shit ton of her health. That's another one. I told you... Fucking hell. I told you to go forward and disarm it, not go forward and go into it. God fucking damn it. Did you get a new... That's a spirit. Did you get a new wound from it? One. So... Oh, that's a boss thing. So... How are we going? No, not you. Take one step forward.
Nope, we're not.
There we go. And you're going to jump the malice. And you'll proceed to taunt shit down. Yes, you are. Taunt, because I don't want her to tank them really. They frightened us. They're doing me a frighten. Stun them, Barrick. Fuck that one up. I think it's the most dangerous one. What? Beast woman? Beast woman? Do your... Oh, they're dead. Never mind. So, is there anything interesting here? Beside a lot of dead bodies? Not really, no. Shitty helmet. Anything hidden here in the corner? No. Anything hidden here in the corner?
Can't do that.
No. Alright, so this was just some enemies and some loot. Not really important then. We could have missed it and it wouldn't have mattered at all. Sandro gonna be here in camp? No. Sandro going to be up here? There is. Let's do a quick save and fuck him up. Stay back, I'm armed. Clad in the placement leather, the sweaty man sizes you up, relaxing slightly as you reach your feature. Leave me be, please. I'm sick and wish to be left alone. I don't wish to speak to anyone right now. I know you killed Dea's wife. What? You must be joking. I would never. His mouth moves, but no words form as he steps back a pace. It's a lie. His arch stepped about in my direction. He could run. block him from fleeing. Stepping forward and planting your leg down firmly, you trip Sandro as he bolts forward into a sprint, landing first on his knees and his hands, and to curse and hollers in surprise. When the dust settles, he limply rises to his knees, shudders limply in defeat. May Cairo strike me down if I'm lying. He trembles pitifully. I didn't kill Phaedra, she did, it was Dea. Why are you wearing the necklace? This? He touched the simply turquoise necklace around his neck. It's mine. Phaedra bought it for me in the Arden 10 years ago. Sandro looks about. Did Dea tell you this was Phaedra's necklace? That's absurd. The necklace is a symbol of the friendship Phaedra and I had. Dea said you're with the Brotherhood and killed her. She said what? Sandro's face blanches, his eyes wide in surprise. The Brotherhood? Absolutely not. Do I look like I could even lift an axe without hurting myself? He reaches for his head, fingers digging into his hair. I saw Dea kill Phaedra. She killed her own wife and blamed, his eyes lamps. The mudlust trollop is trying to frame me. Why would Dea kill her own wife? How should I know? Dea was never very happy with her, and she wasn't happy that Phaedra and I were friends. Phaedra never should have married her. I told Phaedra it was a bad day, but she wouldn't listen, and now she's dead. What could she possibly have gained from killing her? What any woman could gain. Land. Phaedra owned her home in Leiden's Crossing. Not many can make that claim. If you're lying by omission, I'll personally toss in the dungeons of the bastard city. Alarmed, Sandor throws up his arms and stave me off. Please have mercy. You see, Phaedra, well, she was Leithan's granddaughter. As Leithan's only known female heir, she inherited the land that Leithan's Crossing sits on, but she didn't like to make a fuss about it. She just did what was needed to ensure the future of the town and left it at that. He looks around nervously and whispers. Deja, on the other hand, wanted more. I think she taxed the merchants till near their breaking point if she was able. You're saying Dea married Phaedra for her land? Essentially, yes. I don't think Dea ever loved Phaedra. She always had other motives. Phaedra was head over Kairos in love with Dea. She was charismatic, always knew what to say to Phaedra to make her smile, but as soon as Phaedra's back was turned, Dea's fangs would start to show, in a manner of speaking, I mean. Why should I believe any of this? His shoulders slumps down, a defeated look across his face. I don't have any proof. All I can do is trust that, as a faithbinder, you know what I'm saying is true. It does seem like Dea and I need to talk. Speak with your blade, not just words. Sandra growls, making a slashing motion with his hands. Thank you for hearing me out. She'd never be the friendliest person, but I think that Dea would do something like this. Let's go ahead and have a short chat with Dea then. See what she has to say about all of this. Fast forward. Dea, you son of a whore, I'm coming to chat to you. Have you settled my blood debt? Dea's voice trembles, her body weary from sobbing. You killed your wife and tried to frame Sandro. How dare you accuse? Her tear-streaked eyes widen with surprise. That's so absurd, I can't even. She clutched her head in heads, bawling. That's preposterous. I couldn't. Dea's face turned from flushed to stoic in the blink of an eye. She folds her arms before her and smiled. Well, mount me sideways. I thought I had gotten away with it. She looks down at her feet. Can't blame me for trying, though. A sly smile crosses her lips. You know, Fatebinder. With Phaedra gone, I've inherited everything she owned. Perhaps there is something to offer you should decide. Leave things be. I'm not interested. That's unfortunate. She slides her hand up to her ear, pulling from behind her along a slender pin. Brandishing the makeshift weapon, she throws herself at you.
Another battle.
I mean, she's not going to survive this. It's 4 against 1. She's not even armored. And Beast Woman just ripped her fucking stomach apart.
Right.
Dea's necklace. +1 finesse. Sure. What do we have? We have 10 subterfuge. Let's just replace that. We're not a stealthy one, it's Beast Woman, but she has better, I think. Yeah, that's the crit one, and that's whatever unarmed damage. So are we? No, we're done here. Alright, so let's finally proceed to Graven Ash and talk about the Archon of Stone. Fast forward. This guy wasn't here before. But his favorite soldier mutters to himself and stares down the truncheon length of a broken sword. Rusted piece of garbage, wasn't nearly worth the trouble of carrying into battle. Better off in the hands of a farmer tilling his field. He looks up and meets your gaze, his posture straightening. You're Tunon's Fatebinder, are you not? It's timely that you happen by. I have a dispute with the forge band of Leafen's Crossing. Are we gonna have to go back there again? Why not take it to the forge bound then? He growls between his teeth. That should be obvious. Those Santemosh smiths are under Tunon's care, and only court can order them around. A failure of the chain of command, I call it. So tell me what happened. At the start of the conquest, I requisitioned an iron sword from the forge bound. Since they settled in Leafen's Crossing, I figured it would take the span of the entire Kairos be damned war to get the blade assembled and ready for war. They proved me wrong. The smiths only just filled my order, and they did a rush job of it. The blade arrived in camp last week. I could tell at once it was rubbish. It barely held an edge and wobbled in his scabbard. Felt wrong, through and through. Go on. I was willing to give the glorified length of scrap a fighting chance, so I carried in the battle. After 2 parries, the blade snapped. I had to tackle the enemy and pound his head in with my fists. He squeezes his fingers together, his gauntlet creaking with tension. I dare say we've all been there, countrymen, broken sword or no. I shared some terrors with my commander, but nothing could be done about the situation. The fort bound answered to Tunon, not to disfavored, which is why I'm glad you're here. My honor is tarnished, and I'm left with my second-hand iron that's seen more active duty than a dozen stone shields. May I see the weapon? Here you go, you can see the plain as a spy the iron is no good. He takes out a sword sheeted in half. The flat edge shows evidence of spreading rust. The blade itself feels dislocated from the hilt, as if ready to fall apart any moment. Any ideas, Beric? I wouldn't call this your standard wear and tear, but it's not a problem of the crafting either. It's almost like someone tested this sword's durability 1,000 times against a tree trunk. Back to my question. Have you trained with this type of sword before? I carried a blade just like it in Stalwart. It was made of bronze, of course, had a different weight to it. You should know as well as the difference cannot be overemphasized. There is something about this man that I found distasteful. Have you spoken to the forge bound? All the way in Leafen's Crossing? It's not as my commander will send me out on leave to give some sweat-stained smith a piece of my mind. Since the forge bound reported Tunon, I figured blah 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 blah, I know. Legally speaking, that is valid. Glad we don't have to worry about carting a smith all the way out here then. I've dealt with Fatebinders before, and I'm now capable of going to mad lengths to see Kairos as well done. I'm ready to render judgment. About time I got my due justice. He nods and beckons through the canny. At your leisure, Fatebinder. If the sword is inferior, you should receive a new one. I rule in your favor. Justice be done, thank you. It's good to know that someone in Tunon's court is listening to the rank of file. Kairos knows the rest of your college are useful as tearsmen dangling manhood. I'll write you a requisition to be filled immediately. Assuming the forge bound get it to side of century, that should do me just fine. The less I have to deal with those hammer-jabbing forgers, the better. Requisition and iron cod base. Nah, we're gonna be through with this guy. He takes the paper and looks him over, beaming with pride. I can't wait to take my first swing at an enemy. Thank you, Fatebinder. I kinda wanted to do a cod piece, but nah, that would be a dick move. Nah. Yeah, I'm boring like that. Let's go and have a chat with Ash now and see what we can talk about with the Archon of Stone. Maybe siphon his power for ourselves or something. Hello, Ash. Ash stares into space and whirls his spear with both hands. The reflex action seems to bring him comfort, for the ferocity of the tissue strikes you as unhealthy. Archon? He blinks and turns to you with a look of recognition. Ash clears his throat and sets his stance in composed, confident manner. Fatebinder, I hope you come with good tidings. Einhof may be our home in the tears, but my heart belongs to the north. He puts a broad smile, but there's a line of concern about it. You look distracted. This war leaves me preoccupied. I cannot worry enough about the safety of my soldiers. Every outpost, every detachment is a coat of daughters and sons who I bring home once. You look like you were in pain. Well, how is that athletics? He opens his mouth to retort, but closes it and considers you with an appraising stare. And why shouldn't I be in pain? I am father and a general. This army is my family, and those who once occupied these lands will do us great harm. Worry not for me. Think of the Legion and protect them where able. If you can accomplish that much, you will serve me well indeed. I made contact with Cadies and Radix. A quarrelsome pair, but I do like to see family moving against the enemy together, where bonds are more reliable than any number of like-minded countrymen. What do you have to report? Studying Kane. The Earthshake. Radix and Kate have a plan to use Kent Essence to blight the region. And Barrick leveled up. Radix wants my go-ahead. I was worried he was the sort to abuse the significant position I gave him, so it's pleased to see him do the deference. The general taps his chin, examining you slowly. And what would you say if this were your decision? Would you approve? Course control, Storner. No, slaying Kearney's folding carriers commanded, and if the Earths are right, the plan will render land barren, staying the course. No, not advise it, cannot fully be trusted. I'm honored you asked my opinion, but you should seek counsel with the Iron Guard. Yes, slaying Kearney's following carriers is commandment, and if the Earthshaker are right, the plan will render the land barren, starving the chorus. I concur. The Edict of Stone makes Kairos' opinion on the matter crystal clear. The Olod words can dead, so it's our duty to help him slay him. You are wise to bring this to my attention. The Archons fall under Kairos' jurisdiction, and this includes what remains they leave behind. We are fortunate that Kairos wishes the Archon of Stone destroyed. I believe this offers us the freedom to disperse with this corpse however we see fit. Tell my forces they have approval to carry out their plan. I would see the voice of Nerat and his howling mob starve to the point of cannibalism if they would deplete numbers. Farewell. And Barrick should get some leveling up. More endurance for him. And lost talent. Heal all nearby allies and gain damage up your shield. I mean, sure. Healing is always nice. And shield for our tank.
Right.
Let's run around the corner and sell some of the crap we picked up, because we've picked up a lot of crap. And I'd rather continue to pick up crap, so we need to make some space. Simple as that. No, I always go around. Is it the one? I thought his name was just Quartermaster. Oh well. And that's the rune we got recently, I believe. Let's toss that to Lantry. I will be doing that when we're done here then, because can't do it. God damn it. The clicks are still annoying. It keeps not responding. Anything interesting to buy? Anything in here? Some. Nothing super interesting, but we'll sell it all. We still can't sell that one. Nope. Trade. And then toss that one over to Lantry and learn. Sigil of Material Force. So let's see, what can you do with that? Especially used to create spells that alter the target's weapon. Oh. Interesting. But it takes... well, we could do it, but can't really be ours with buffing weapons. It would probably be good, but meh. Anyway, I believe we'll be going all the way back up to Howling Rock now. So let's go ahead and fast forward yet again till we get there. Back we are. Lots of running this episode. Lots and lots of running. You guys are lucky I can just speed forward so you don't have to see it, because it's plenty of time in loading screens and running and running and running. Let's talk to this and confirm what they thought. Sir, the disfavored officer tips his head to you in greeting. What's the order from Ash? As you can see, the commanders are raring to go. Isengard stares at the both of you without moving, utterly austere and amused. Baby brother does not understand the notion of patience. A mountain cannot be moved by force, though try as he might. He sighs and claps his hands behind his back. But yes, I too would know our plans. Ash has issued the order to extract Cairn's energy and use to permanently destroy the land. We're to commence immediately. A brutal and effective tactic. At least it promises to dwindle down the enemy through starvation. It might still be more the course deserves, not to question Archon's will. It strikes me as warlike, but unbecoming of the disfavored. A fair... keep your misgivings to yourself, Barrick. They're wasted on me. Maybe it would be better if I didn't speak up next time I adopted a course of action, since you find my advice so miserable. Feel free to heed the counsel of psychopaths and peons. No, I gotta act like Archon to become an Archon. Good, then it is what we expected. I have seen the initial preparations, but I have informed Cadiz we will commence when the Teleron alignment is ideal for induction of peak tectonic parasics, and not a span sooner. The lieutenant scrubs a palm down the front of his faceplate. See, I'm bridled and ready to go. There's no way the enemy will get to drop on us first. However, Radix continues, ignoring his brother's exploration interjection, there is an imperative matter remaining that we must attend to before the ritual can begin. I deployed a drove of earthshakers to excavate the required azurlife loads from the neighboring region. You mean those we picked up since we were running around in this area? Problem is they have hightailed it back yet, or dispatched a missive. If we were excavating azurlife, it is likely we ran into a problem with the beastmen. Perceptive of you to think so. Beasts are powerful fighters, but unpredictable to our kind. One of the many reasons why Ash doesn't let them anywhere near their legion. She shrugs. Are predators not predictable in hunting prey? I have felt discordant tremors resonating from Golfclaw. I fear the tribe that first welcomed us, a brethren of care, now wish to only bathe in the land with our blood. Their primitive attunement to the Terrace Arcanum in this region is pitiable. They should be begging us to teach them of our ways, yet instead they seek to lay claim to our Arcanum and scramble to prevent us from utilizing the abundant azurlife in this realm. He stomps on the ground hard enough to crevice splits between him and Cadiz, causing the lieutenant to cautiously ease back. One day I will crush the savages beneath the very stone they worship. You can count on me to help. The brother shares a look, and Radix once more falls stoic. Without the azurlife to amplify Karen's remaining energy, transmutating it into a miasmic substance would be pointless. The area of effect would be unwavering minimal. You have my word that I will do my best to aid the Earthshakers and retrieve the azurlife loads. Sir, the lieutenant salutes you with some resounding clang and fist against his chest. Don't be long and don't die on us. I mean, it wouldn't be a Barrick fear ability. Blade Grave Grasp. What's this? A powerful attack that traps nearby enemies in twisted spires of rock, petrifying them. Interesting. Golfclaw Old Walls. That's not in here, is it? I don't think so. Collect 3 shards of azurlight. Can we just turn in this one instantly then? No, we gotta bring them to those guys apparently. Where are they? Golfclaw Old Wall. Is that in there? What does it say? It doesn't say shit. So we will be running out of this place, and I think we got a new one on our map. Can we check? Is that the world map? Not there. Aurora Spire? Is that the one? Golfclaw Old Wall. Yep, it's the one. That means we've found the 2 lost spires. One is here, which we don't have the last etching for, or I'm just a fucktard. That's also a possibility. And we'll be going to the next spire, well, the area of the next spire as of now. See what we can find in it there. If we can even get to it. Maybe this etching we found is to that spire, not this one. That would make sense, kinda. Aurora Spire. Golfclaw Old Wall. 2 days and an hour. Where is the voices of the rat here hiding? Probably in that Kakunal place. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and call it right here. Quick save. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.